With over 25 years in the event business, I've met some incredible individuals, been part of many life-changing moments, and come across some really crazy situations. On our Wild Stories podcast, we have a chance to share stories from professional athletes, amateur athletes, some great stories from our staffs, our volunteers. We have coaches that share some great training tips that can help you get through your race. And one of my favorite things to do is share those inspirational stories that we love so much that brings the heartbeat to our racing. Today I get to share a fun sit down with Mallory, who many of you may know as Runs with Mal, and Trevor. The two of them joined us last May for the Wildflower event, where they glamped, and enjoyed the sprint distance and Olympic distance race. You'll hear about how the hills are just different here in California, how Mallory conquered Lynch Hill without stopping, and how Trevor is already planning the routes in New York that he's going to use to train for the next race. We also have a fun time geeking out about bike brands, classic bikes, technologies of bikes, and all the fun stuff in between. I hope you enjoy this episode of Our Wild Stories.
All right, guys, we're back again to the Wildflower podcast. I got Mallory Kilmer and Trevor Franklin flew in from New York City, and I know you can't see it on the podcast, but Trevor's got the coolest tattoos you'll ever see. He's got them down the arm, down the leg, and they just finished Mallory finished the sprint triathlon. Okay, Trevor finished the Olympic distance triathlon. So Mallory, let's start with you. What'd you think of the race? Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us about the hills.
Okay, well, when Californians, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Californians.
Okay, Californians say something is hilly. New Yorkers need to take it as extreme hills, because we don't have the hills, at least in the city right now, we do not have hills that are anywhere close to the hills that were here. It was super hilly. I think coming right out into that very first hill was rough. I was convinced I was going to get off the bike and walk it. I didn't. I'm very proud of myself for that. But it was very hilly, and even downhill, it's scary. Like, I'm not comfortable going super fast downhill. But there's cyclists passing me left and right going downhill, which is crazy. But it was beautiful.
It is beautiful. So, but you guys live, I'm not going to tell the exact, but you live up on not the upper west side, but let's say 42nd-ish or something on the west side. So you must train, you must ride and bike and run in Central Park, right?
Yes, but these
Central
Park
so the 6-mile loop.
Yes.
As you're going up on the north side and you hit the Harlem Pool, that's where the hill is. It's nothing nothing can prepare you for this. But it didn't scare you. It'll bring you back next year.
No, yeah, oh, absolutely. I actually am I would continue to do more loops of Central Park, or even find hilly
9W.
courses. Yeah, 9W to prepare myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I mean, Central Park has set us up for success, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do this. So it did help.
So you go 9W, cross over the GW Bridge, and head up the New Jersey coast. That'll work.
Yeah.
That's some good training. So as you prepare next year for the half iron distance, the long course, that's where some really big hills are, like Nasty Grade, and then on the run, it's pretty amazing. And so, well, congrats on your finish today. And then, Trevor, tell us about your Olympic distance race. Was this your first Olympic distance triathlon, or what other triathlons have you done?
Yeah, first Olympic. I've only done a 70.3.
And which one was that?
North Carolina last year.
With a nice little swim.
Yeah, it was great. That was a lot more enjoyable in the water. I mean, look, if I'm just better at, swimming, biking, and running, that'd be great. But I think this course in particular, yes, the hills are a whole different beast. So, it's a tough course to come out and PR on, that's for sure. But it's a great way to build up leg stamina, leg endurance, and test you in a bunch of different ways. Like, if you've done a lot of flat courses before. Yeah,
Wilmington is definitely flat, pancake flat. Next weekend I'm racing Gulf Coast 70.3, and the same thing. It is pancake flat, but not an assisted swim like in Wilmington. So what was your favorite part of the race today?
I think my favorite part today, getting more comfortable on bombing the downhills on the bike is kind of exciting. Like watching other more experienced, right? It's always fun being around people that you can tell have done the sport for a lot longer, because that's, I think, the best way to learn is just observe how they attack things and then try to emulate that to the best of your ability. I personally am more of a downhill runner, so I kind of liked that, that Lynch Hill downhill run. It probably took, 5 years off my knees, but totally worth it to be going at the paces we were going. the worst part for me, I'm not an uphill guy. You know, I hate going uphill. I hate shortening my cadence and leaning into hills. So that was kind of not as fun. But yeah, everything downhill was great. Being around other elite athletes and seeing them compete at a high level is always exciting, just to show you kind of where like there's truly levels to this sport, and just learning more about the sport in general.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you see, it's crazy if you're here with all the professional athletes. Those guys weigh about half as much as you and I do.
Yeah.
You and I we have a little bit more muscle than some of these runners. They just zip right up those hills, but gravity doesn't do us any justice with the additional muscle and stuff like that. So, what bike do you ride? What did you have out there?
So today, I actually got to bust out. Yeah, so today I actually got to bust out a new bike that I just bought. So after my 70.3, I kind of really drank the Kool-Aid as far as triathlons go, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do the whole buy once, cry once method. So I'm going to find a bike that is like the top tier of my budget. So I have a Cervelo P5X,
Nice.
which I think came out in 2018, 2017.
Yeah, they came out a while ago. The super aero bike. Yep.
Yeah, fairly old, but I mean, it is like a spaceship compared to my Cannondale CAD 12 that I rode in Wilmington last year.
Okay.
And so I'm definitely just getting more comfortable with it. It was like giving a 2-year-old a Lamborghini and being like, figure it out, you know? And so that's
Have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of been the hard part about it, is like taking it apart, putting it back together, like making sure all the square pegs go in the round holes, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Mallory, what do you ride? What's your bike of choice?
I think yours is a Cervelo P2.
It's old. It's older.
P2 or P1.
It's definitely.
It's like one of the
at
older
least
models of the P series, I believe.
it?
10, 15 years old. I got it as a hand-me-down.
Hey, that's
Love
all
it.
right.
But it was
I
free.
love
Yeah.
it.
We got to start somewhere. So
All my bikes.
So exactly. So that's what happens is a lot of people get so nervous about, I can't get into triathlon. My bike is too old. I don't have one of those $15,000 super bikes. But you're riding something that's like a Cervelo P2 is probably from 2010. And
Yeah.
you
Oh
come
my God.
out
Yeah.
and you can do the race.
Oh, it's
and
great.
you can do it on that. It's not going to hold you back or anything like that. You're like, hey, I could still rock this thing out, have a great bike, handle the hills. You know, you're on a bike that's 7 years old. It is a super bike, but they don't make it anymore, believe it or not.
I know. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's like an old Bugatti or
Well,
something.
that was the
like
reason
that.
I got it. I wanted to kind of like stick out a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been incredible. I mean, it's just a way different feeling, like actually pushing yourself on a bike like that that's designed to go fast versus like a standard road bike.
So do you think we can get you to come back and do the half next year, the long course?
100%. Yeah, I think if I trained a little bit harder and did a lot more hill work, like I'd feel a lot more inclined to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a terrible swimmer, so that's probably what I should actually focus on.
What'd you do the swim in today?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, 42 minutes, 44 minutes.
Man, he's flying.
I was like at the back. I think I was literally at the back. Like the women heat behind me. I was like, oh, here they come.
But you wore a wetsuit.
I did wear a wetsuit.
But you did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
How was it? Everybody
was
said
great.
everybody was giving you looks like,
She's an
not wearing a
elite
wetsuit.
swimmer.
I didn't wear a
Elite
wetsuit
swimmer.
yesterday. I went out and swam, and everyone's like, "You're not in a wetsuit." I was like, "It's good with me."
I don't need it.
I
yeah.
would say the water was calm, but because there's no current helping you, you definitely have to work a little bit more. So my arms were definitely more sore or tired towards towards the back end. But no, I did not do a wetsuit. Wetsuits are something that also I think people feel very intimidated to get. They're expensive.
Yeah.
They're a lot of work, a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance. So I'm not pro. I mean, I obviously like wetsuits when we're doing longer distances, but for a short sprint, it was great. Just my tri-suit. That's all I needed.
And what was your time?
I think around 8 minutes. I actually
Okay,
was
that's
slower than I wanted.
flying.
No,
She's a
I'm
very
so
good
upset
swimmer.
about
That's
that.
Like a dolphin.
No, I'm actually not happy with that time at all. But it was because we all were going. I should have just moved to the front. That was my own fault. I literally started in the back of the group, which is bad because I do know I'm a strong swimmer. So I should have. So I was battling
Sucks
a lot
to
of
pass
people.
everybody. Make it feel worse about themselves.
It was nice when I finally got to a point where I could just pass everyone. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
nice. But that's my strong. So swimming and running are my strong suits. Cycling is not. So, and I feel like people are reversed. They're cyclists first, and then they get into triathlon. So, when I got back on the run, it was nice to pass all the men that passed me on the bike. I was like, yep.
Wow.
that's where I go.
Absolutely. So
Good
where
for
in
you.
New York do you guys swim?
That's a tough one. We just
Yeah.
started at Chelsea Piers.
Okay.
There's also a couple colleges. Lifetime has a small pool. It's only 12 yards,
Yeah.
which sucks. It's hard to find 25-yard length pools.
Right.
in the city.
Nearly impossible.
Yeah. But Chelsea
it?
Piers is a great one.
Yeah.
Does I know Columbia's got their pool.
John Jay College has a nice pool. That's
Jay.
that's near us as well. They just have tough community hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to swim at Chelsea Piers. They're the Uptown Y, but that's 20 yards.
Oh, is it?
It's 3 lanes, 20 yards. That one was a little rough to swim in. It's at
Yeah.
like 62nd and Broadway, something like that. So.
Asphalt Green has a nice one as well.
Oh yeah, Asphalt
I think
Green's
they
got
have
it, but man,
two
that's a long
locations.
way away
Yeah,
from you
it's
guys.
A haul. It's a haul.
91st and
Yeah.
1st or something.
Yeah, it's way over there.
Yeah. When I used to live in New York City, it was tough to train, but I didn't bike. I just ran, and I tried to do some swims. I'm going to come up and do the Navy SEAL swim this
that's
summer.
amazing.
You guys going to take part in that?
No.
Oh my god!
Maybe her. I'll observe.
I don't know.
If I can wear my floaties.
Where's the swim?
I think
Battery
does
Park.
it go around the Statue of Liberty? Is that
It's like down in Battery Park.
okay?
in the Hudson
I've
River?
seen them. I've seen them do
Is
the
that
swim.
safe?
Well,
Yeah.
it's what is it to commemorate?
It's commemorate, it's committed military guys committing suicide.
Got it. Yeah, I've seen it happen a couple times.
It's like one
and
every 9 seconds.
It's an incredible.
So they all
event.
come together. There's a pull-up. It's part of a pull-up. It's all about being.
Well, I can't do that.
Me neither, but I'm training for it.
Okay.
But we're coming up this year, and we're bringing a bunch. We're bringing some young athletes that have Down syndrome, so they're going to
that's
compete
amazing.
in it. So I'll let you guys know when it is.
It's incredible.
And
Love to come out and
Yeah,
just
at least
spectate.
support. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, so we've always in the past, this race has always been really friendly with what's called the Challenged Athletes Foundation and physically challenged athletes. So I used to guide blind athletes here, and we would bring blind athletes to the Olympic distance triathlon on tandems, which was phenomenal. And they'd go up and down the hills and things like that.
Whoa.
And then there was an athlete out there today in a push rim. So you're going to start seeing more of this coming back as the race continues to grow. Because when I was doing this back 25 years ago, we had 8,000 athletes.
Wow.
Like I said, there's 1,800.
That's
it was
amazing.
We're bringing
Yeah.
it back. We're bringing
Massive.
it back.
Yeah.
So anything we can do to try to get the numbers up, that's what we're looking to do. And so, well, tell us about your experience being here, being in
Oh
the
my gosh.
experience, the camping,
Yeah.
the tent, the vibe, the atmosphere, the music.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we are the two most unprepared for the camping, but I wouldn't say it's no one's fault. We're only here for one night, but I
just like
definitely
to wing
want.
it.
Yeah, we like to just see it, see what sticks. Throw
Yeah.
things at the wall, see what sticks. I would love to come back and do a full weekend with friends and family, because seeing all of the trailers, the tents, all of the things, seeing all these groups of people together is so cool. I think it's so amazing to see that. I think we really need that in life as humans. We need that community. We need to be surrounded by people. So I would love to come back. We stayed in the Bell tents, which are beautiful.
And I'm
Amazing.
just going to interrupt you real quick because there they are over your shoulder.
Yeah.
They just look at that.
Dude, yeah, I saw him on the bike.
Yeah, there they are.
Going up that first hill with
Amazing
the tent and
Wow,
bike.
the
athletes.
strength
Incredible.
that takes.
Dude,
Oh my gosh.
my legs would give
And
out.
here I
That's
am
amazing.
complaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we stayed in the Bell tents, which would absolutely recommend. All of our neighbors were amazing. I'm actually sad that we were only there for one night. It would have been
Yeah.
really cool to be here for a couple nights.
Fully embrace the
hang out with
experience a little
people.
more.
But definitely want to do it again and stay at least a couple
Yeah.
of nights.
And so, if I was to describe the Bell tents, it's not like the Fire Festival, right? It's a little bit better
It's
than
real.
that, right?
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
So it's an actual thing, and what that means is for people who are coming in from out of town, they don't need to travel with a tent,
No.
and they don't need to rent an RV. It's a fully functioning. You can either have a queen bed or 2 twin beds, and it is like a big all white teepee,
Yes.
right?
They're so
With
cute.
beds
They're cute.
ready to go. You can rent it. It's a couple $100. You just drive in. And the bathrooms are nice.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah, bathrooms
they
are
had
nice.
showers.
Yeah.
They had clean bathrooms every morning. They were coming in and cleaning out the porta potties.
Yeah.
Everything about the atmosphere here, people are so worried. Even my wife is like, I don't want to camp. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
not that bad. We can,
Yeah.
you
You can
know,
do
we can bring the kids. It's not sleeping on the ground in a field,
No,
and
or
you
in
don't
the
have to worry
woods.
about the fire festival possibly not happening.
Yes.
We actually have music here 24/7.
Real music.
So what was your take on it? Flying in from New York, experiencing the camping, anything off, difficult, or was it pretty easy?
No, I mean, look, I haven't camped since I was like 7, so it was a whole kind of new world for me. But they made it very convenient. We just should have prepared and brought more food. So
More
if you
food.
are going to do the Bell tent, prepare to have a dinner and a breakfast set up. We had beef jerky and Pop-Tarts.
That was all we brought.
It was really good.
And
but-
water.
Yeah.
And it worked. I mean, we were fine.
Did you bring wine?
No.
Are you guys
We
gonna go?
literally-
Are you gonna stop at a winery on the way out? You're
I'd
at
love
have to.
to.
Casa
I'd have to.
Robles.
I would
Yeah.
love to.
Casa Robles, you said?
I didn't-
Pasa
Paso
Robles.
Robles. I mean, this is wine country.
Yeah.
That's what
You're
we
gonna
learned.
get back on the 101
Yeah.
and go north up to Monterey. Why don't just
Go
Yeah.
right through it.
take her to a vineyard? Okay,
Go to vineyard
Take her
in
to
our-
a vineyard.
in our UFO
do some
slides.
sampling, and then drive on the rest of the way. You got an hour and 45-minute drive back to your hotel before you fly out tomorrow.
Let's get a little weird before I drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
If you've tried the wine, there's a lot of vendors here. There's food trucks, food
Yeah.
vendors,
Yeah.
coffee vendors, wine vendors, beer vendors. So, we're always trying to encourage people. Hey, don't don't worry about it. It's not everybody. Even my employees who traveled with me to work in my expo, they're like, "Oh, we can't camp. We got to go get a hotel." And I'm going, "No, you don't need a hotel. You don't need to drive 30 minutes to a hotel. No. We got to get a hotel." And now they're going, "Okay, next year we're camping." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you.
It's a better experience.
It's such an experience.
It's
You're
part of the
around the people,
experience.
you know? Yeah.
Like, I think we had a great
It
time.
elevates. Yeah, we met like
But
3
also-
people. We were only here one night. If we would have
Yeah.
stayed 2 nights, probably met like 20, 30.
I also
Yeah, you
loved
might have
like
met 6. You never know.
maybe
double your pleasure, double fun. You know.
Yeah.
I also loved, like, obviously we live in a very social media world and we are obviously sharing a lot of it, but because of the lack of service everywhere, it was actually really nice to just be connected with nature and like each other. Like a lot of like good conversations, like having to figure things out, like putting your bike together.
Yeah, I couldn't
two
YouTube.
people who
I
have
couldn't
never
YouTube
put
anything or
you
call
couldn't know.
my friends
We
who
genuinely
no
just had to
bikes.
use our brains like back in the day. We couldn't Google something. We couldn't
lot of
call for
work.
help.
Yeah.
And what we did when we couldn't figure something out is we went to our neighbors who we had met an hour before and asked for a bike pump. Then we came back like, please, SOS, we need help with this bike.
Got some derailleur
But
issues.
that's what's so cool about the community. Like the triathlon, like the triathletes, the triathlon community itself is just so genuine, and everybody is just so helpful because everyone wants to see everyone succeed.
Yeah, they're
like
very
we might
open.
get a little competitive in the race, but outside of the race, we all want to help one another.
Yeah.
So how does this compare? Like you said, you went down to Jamaica for the Jamaica Marathon. You went with reggae runners, and I'm going to set you up with my friends that run reggae runners out in New York City. Similar vibes. You know, you said Buffalo Soldier was kind of playing as you were running the 13 miles. You know, a trip down to Jamaica or a trip to Lake San Antonio and Bradley, California?
2 totally different experiences.
Very different preparation and experiences.
We stayed in a
themselves.
villa.
Yeah,
at that
which is
point,
cool. Yeah.
Which is cool. So it's really like, but I think people should try something like this, especially if you've never been camping. I mean, I don't think I've ever camped in my life, so that was like the very first for me.
Well, congrats.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she did it.
Thank
He hasn't
you.
done it since he was 7. At least,
Yeah.
At least he did it once.
And I got the glamping tent, which is, it's fitting.
Good for you. You really roughed it out
I really
there.
roughed
yeah.
it.
Wow.
But I come from upstate New York, so I know like the woods and all. Like I grew up like in the country, I guess. I just never slept in a tent. That was just, I guess, the only difference.
Slept in a
so
house.
like
Yeah.
I can get, I'm a very tomboy. I can get dirty. I can sleep on on the tent. I can whatever.
Sleep on a queen mattress
Yeah,
under a tent.
under a tent.
Good
That
for
was
you.
really nice. Not gonna lie. But like if we had to, I totally would do it. I would totally do like I'm not for it. Like I'm not anti that. I would totally do it.
Okay.
We should do that next
I guess
time.
we're camping next year.
We're
We'll
camping
bring
next year.
From New York, we'll bring a tent, our bike bag, and our suitcases. That sounds
That's
great.
it.
Walk through the
car.
airport with an entire free.
You can actually rent. You can rent a bike here.
Okay.
You can rent a bike.
That
Mark
makes
Lees
sense.
from Race Day Wheels will rent you a tri bike for
Really?
$450.
Oh, that's not bad at
Then
all.
you don't have to spend the $300 to fly your
Yeah,
bike
fly it
here and
out.
deal
Yeah.
with it.
And
have
put
a
it
fired up
together.
car.
Yeah, that was a nightmare and a
You
half.
know, Quintana Roo was here. Factor was here. We had bike companies here.
So you could have
No, I
rented
was
from one of them?
shopping.
Yeah, you could rent from one of
Oh.
them, and then you're not worrying about lugging a bike around or
I didn't
putting it
realize that
together.
was a thing.
Yeah,
That's amazing. That'd be so fun.
Yesterday
I
That'd be
was
great
like,
for you because you're in
everyone.
the market for a new bike.
I am in the market.
Yeah, it would have been a
Right.
great day to test
I'll
it.
take you down to Quintana Roo. Those guys are the best.
I walked
Yeah.
past them and
They're pretty. Their bikes are
Factor.
very
They're
pretty.
Every bike that was out
pretty
yesterday, I was
bikes.
like,
Give
"Do I
me
like
give me
that
3.
one?"
Yeah.
That's what I ride at Quintana Roo. I've ridden that
Oh, is that your
bike,
bike?
for 9 years now, and it's awesome.
Oh, wow.
So, well, let's end with some parting thoughts. Tell us your couple, 60-second parting thought, and let us know overall thoughts of the weekend.
Overall thoughts of the weekend, I would spend the entire weekend here, not just one night. I would totally wrap your friends and family into this, to do this with you, whether they come and just hang out and support, because I feel like there was a lot of spectators here, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting how many spectators that were here. I just didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So whether they want to come and just camp and hang out, or if they want to come and do the actual race, and I've learned that there are so many races going on this weekend. So not only was there the long course, the 70.3, the sprint, and the Olympic, there was also a 5K, a 10K race. There was
Open
also
water
an
swim.
open water swim.
Yeah.
And then was there a bike, something? Like, there was so many races, and like, I raced with a 12-year-old girl today. Like, if that tells you anything, like, anyone can do these races, and like one person could do one race, another person can do another, and it's like really, I think, cool that like any and all fitness levels could do something like this, and it's just so cool. I really do think that being out in nature just brings people together, and we met so many amazing people. So I definitely would recommend doing this again.
Yeah, I think treat it like an experience that it is, right? So, I mean, plan for it to be here 3-4 days and sign up for multiple races. I think that was so cool. I didn't realize, that we could have done that. That would have been awesome. And it's like, you don't have to race every single one and try to treat it like your Olympic race or whatever. But I think come out here, experience the entire atmosphere of it, and just enjoy yourself a little bit. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Great vendors, great people. Like, what more could you want?
I know.
Yeah, we got out here Thursday afternoon, set up camp, stuff like that, and then we had all day Friday just to chill and
That's awesome.
hang out. It was really nice. We had some good wine. There's some great wine here. I mean, it really is.
This guy loves wine. I love it.
We got to get the wine.
I wish I had Matt Miller's brand of wine going. But no, it's really fantastic. We appreciate you guys coming out. We're glad you had a great experience at the Wildflower experience. We hope you come back next year.
Absolutely.
Do it again. We're going to
Hope so,
sign
too.
him up for the long course.
Yeah.
I'll start doing his.
I
now.
think I'll go to Olympic. Let me
sign
go
you up.
step by step.
Let's have you do the
Swim.
open water swim
And then the-
Saturday, and then the Olympic on
Olympic.
Sunday.
I would do that.
And he will do the long on Saturday,
Yeah.
and then he's going to party with us Saturday night.
That sounds great. That sounds like more fun.
Yeah.
Keep me out of the
And
water.
You can go to bed since you got to do the Olympic distance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for those who hang out, race on Saturday, we had a good time last night.
That's amazing. I love it.
So,
We were asleep by 9.
Yeah, we were out. Bye.
yeah. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. Have a safe trip back to New York City, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.